So it's an air fryer that is vertical, but it's not just one air fryer, it's two. We call this the DoubleStack Extra Large from Ninja. It's 10 quarts of total food capacity. That's 5 quarts each basket. And it's a 6-in-1, all-in-one. It's going to air fry, air roast, air broil, bake, dehydrate, and reheat. All in one. It has 5 pieces of skewers and 1 giant set of tongs. You're going to be able to cook this and have it done at the same time thanks to Smart Match. Or you can do the match cook and have everything cooking at the same temperature and the same time. It all depends on what you're making, right? So it's all important to know that this is a machine with a brain. Now we started the day, because I kicked this off at midnight with you last night, Miss Kenzie's Swanhart. And we started the day with 13,000 that could ship right away. 3,700 remain. That means 8,700 have already been ordered for the day, and 500 of those in this show, and all we did was make it available. How you doing? Kenzie Swanhart is back. She's the director of the Ninja Test Kitchen.
Hi.
She's also a wife and a busy mom of 2 littles at home. One is 3.5, one's 1.5.
Yep.
Oh my word, you're a busy lady.
They are keeping me on my toes, I'll tell you that. Look at this beautiful 5.5-pound. Nope, David keeps making this heavier. This has to be 6.5 pounds. I've been doing
David
this all day.
is one of our food stylists.
I'm telling you,
he's
it's
also a
getting
chef,
bigger.
and he keeps putting bigger birds in there.
Really tested me.
Yeah, he went like this. He was like, I don't know. But it's big.
Look at this.
And you're wondering, is it crispy? Yes.
Crispy
But
skin.
when you cut into this bad boy, that's where the magic starts to happen, because it's moist, tender, and so juicy.
So juicy and delicious on the inside, perfectly cooked. Look at that steam and then that crispy outside. But David, because this is the Ninja Double Stacked, we didn't just make a beautiful golden brown and delicious chicken. We also did veggies. So here I have some tricolor carrots on my top rack here. They get roasted, and I love any kind of root vegetable, especially in the fall. It's like so hearty in the fall, delicious.
It's comforting in the fall,
It's so
right?
comforting, but in an air fryer, next level. If you've not done your potatoes or your carrots or your parsnips in a air fryer, missing out. Oh, and a few snuck through to the bottom. But now what we have underneath
just gonna
are
be
these
extra delicious.
beautiful baby reds. Check this out. I love that the outside gets like roasted and blistery, and the inside gets that mashed potatoy, just kind of like our, French fries in an air fryer. Ooh,
Go ahead and let them roll out.
Right there. There we go.
Oh, beautiful. So a 5.5-pound roasting chicken in one of the drawers, 2 vegetables in the other drawer separated by the crisper tray.
Yes.
And you can do 2 or 4 foods all at one time with no mingling, no leaking between the baskets, right? And you're also going to love all the extras that we give you. Shall I go over here and talk about what you get?
Yes, please do.
Because there is so much in this, and it's taking advantage of vertical space. That's wasted space in most of our kitchens. Most of us take advantage of horizontal space. And Ninja made a 2-drawer air fryer that was horizontal. However, it had 1 fan source and 1 heat source for both drawers. There was no way that those drawers could do 2 different temperatures. This is 2 heat sources, 2 fans, 2 baskets.
Yeah.
All in one machine. Now, do you have to use both baskets every time? No. Can I just use one of the baskets and fill it full of just one thing? Sure. If you're only cooking for a small number of people, maybe you and your significant other, great. The grandkids come by, then chicken nuggets and French fries go in, right? Now, along with the machine, you're getting a set of tongs, a giant set of tongs with a kickstand, so it keeps them up off the counter, and 5 skewers. This, with everything that we're including, is going to make our offer exclusive. Now, let's talk value. If you were to go and try to replicate this offer, if you're trying to duplicate it and buy all the same things, $252.97 is what you pay. We're going to do it all today because they sprinkled a little holiday magic, and they brought the price down. Now, when you and I kicked this off at midnight, it was more expensive. And if anyone ordered it at that time or at the higher price, we will gladly credit your account. But a little holiday magic happened, and the price came down to $159.98. That is a holiday miracle. And I will also tell you that this is free ship. If you're wondering how much you're saving on free shipping, $18.47. That's 2 large pies on a night when you don't want to cook. stop at the pizzeria and pick up 2 large pies and you're fine, right? That's $18 and almost 50 cents in shipping alone. We keep saving you money. Now, your next obvious question is, well, how tall is it? 14.96 inches, just shy of 15 inches tall. Now, the width of the basket is only 10 inches. If you add in the control panel, you add another 1.3 inches for 11.3 inches in width. From front to back, it's a little over 19 inches. Now, a lot of you are wondering, well, what about that control panel, David? That control panel looks like you took the remote control from your living room and stuck it on the side of the machine because it's super thin and it's all right there for you, and that's what controls the unit. Now, your next question will be, does it fit under my kitchen cabinet? Well, yes, it does. Because imagine that this shelf up top is another cabinet, row of cabinets. There's plenty of room. We put a KitchenAid stand mixer and a Keurig coffee maker beside it to show that it exists and plays very nicely. In fact, thinner than both of those machines. This is an extraordinary air fryer. And a lot of you are saying, well, I have an air fryer at home. But will it do all that this will do?
No, it won't.
Is it time for an upgrade? It probably is, right? Now, let's go into this next basket and bring out 2 different foods. I mean, this is a steak dinner for date night, right?
Yes, date night, a weeknight date night. Like, this doesn't have to be a fancy evening. This could just be dinner for 2 on a Tuesday.
So 2 beautifully done strip steaks. We're going to cut into those in a moment. You're going to see how well they are prepared.
And then we've also got our veggies. And I was just saying how much I love a root veggie in an air fryer.
A fingerling potato.
Potatoes are no different. Oop, we've got some stragglers there. I love that you've got jumpers. There you go. And you've got these beautiful potatoes. They're going to be like perfectly roasted on the outside, but then you get that amazing and delicious center. We can give that a little garnish. And of course, we got to cut into those steaks because they are going to be perfectly done, absolutely gorgeous and delicious. And David, you can see those little fat caps are also getting rendered. So look at that. Oh my goodness.
So a perfect medium well, just the way I love my steak. And look how juicy, how tender. And that was not first pan seared. It was put in the air fryer from fresh, thawed, and nothing but seasoning.
Nope.
If you wouldn't mind cutting a little piece of that, I would
I would love
and you can just go right through
across?
the middle there.
Ooh,
yes, ma'am.
There you go.
And
That's
then maybe cut it in half because even I can't chipmunk that.
I was gonna say that would be a wide bite.
All right,
Take a bite.
Well, first of all, it's
hot.
dripping.
Yeah, be careful. It's hot and dripping. But look at this, David. Good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I didn't need to wait for good weather. I didn't have to wait for my barbecue briquettes, my charcoal briquettes to flame up. I did this in the air fryer.
And you can even do this from frozen. That is actually something, if you've never done a steak from frozen.
I'm not.
Because you know you have like 1 or 2 left over
I thought
when
you
you
had
buy
to put
them.
it in from thawed.
No, you can put it in from frozen.
Oh my word.
And it keeps it juicy. It doesn't dry it out. So I absolutely love that when you're cooking a steak. And I just want to point out.
Wiping some of the steak juice off my hand because it's so juicy.
Look at that fat gets rendered too. So not only do you have this beautiful center edge to edge, but you get those beautiful fat caps rendered. That's not even something you're going to get on a grill outside.
I mean, and if you're wondering what's for dessert, don't wonder anymore because we've got cobbler baking in the bottom drawer in the same machine. And with Smart Cook, it can all be done at the same time.
Smart Finish.
Or Smart Finish, I should say. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
And so I should know better. And it's important to know also that this machine has not 1 but 2 brains in it. Now you're going to talk to us about frozen shoestring fries in the bottom.
Yep. And then in the top, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add those steaks. And what I love is that we've built this rack easy to use. So you're going to fill it up, use those little handles at the top, place it in. Those handles aren't standoffs. You don't have to invert them. They're actually designed to be handles. Pop it in. Now, David, we didn't put anything underneath. If you wanted to do 2 layers, you could. If you wanted to add, another rack on top, you could. But remember, you can cook a little in a big air fryer. If you are a house of 2, if you're a house of 1, you're going to use this. But if you're a house with many, you can fill it up to the brim.
Now, there are 2 blinking numbers here. What do those numbers mean?
The number 1 is the top basket, and the number 2 is the bottom air fry basket. These are your 2 air fryers, if you will. Air fryer 1, air fryer 2. Or even if you wanted to call it convection oven 1, convection oven 2. In the top, what we're gonna do is choose air broil. Now you get 6 in 1 here, David. So you get air fry, that's great for your French fries, for your chicken nuggets. Air broil, that's great for steaks. Maybe you wanna add a nice little golden brown cheesy top to a chicken or mac and cheese. Bake your desserts, roast that whole chicken, reheat, maybe even just a slice of pizza, and then dehydrate as well.
People are like, I'm never going to remember everything Kinsey said, and you don't have to.
Yeah.
Because it's in the book. When I got my sample at home, I did the fillets,
Yes.
which were Sunday's Today Special Value from Rastelli. And I looked them up on the air fry cooking chart so I wouldn't do it wrong. And I thought to myself, do I need to pan sear these before I put them in the air fryer? No. They came out beautiful. You saw the picture.
Yeah.
Posted it on my social.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I'd love to take credit for it. The air fryer did all the heavy lifting. And the steaks were lovely.
Yep.
I made steak frites and then
It's
had
delicious.
broccoli, and that was dinner party food. And I had people over and they were like, these are French fries, you can eat these? No, but you are. And so everybody else had the fries and I had the broccoli with my steak. It was lovely.
Delicious, right? It gets that nice,
I might have had 2 steaks.
sear.
Two.
But whether you're doing a filet, a sirloin, you are going to get that perfectly cooked inside as well because of the convection. It's not just cooking from the bottom on a stove. You get that convection all around cook.
I
Right?
have a really important update for you.
Oh, boy.
Because those numbers I gave you earlier were incorrect. Our computer had a little hiccup.
Oh.
And the number is actually bigger.
Oh, wow.
All right. Over 9,500 have now been spoken for. We're down to 3,300 remaining. And we have already in this show taken orders for over 1,000.
Wow.
It is important, and we're going to put on the screen how many hours and minutes you have left
Yeah.
of this deal, because at 11:59 tonight, when Mr. Domeyer comes on with the new value of the day, this one will be done.
Say bye-bye.
I mean, not only is the food done, but the deal is done. Now, can you show us how to set this?
Yes, so I went and did the top at air broil for 10 minutes, 450.
Okay.
Then I chose on the second air fry, 390, 30 minutes. Now this is 2 different air fryers, right? 2 different heat sources, 2 different fan speeds, 2 different times, 2 different foods. But when I click Smart Finish, that is where the magic happens, because when I hit start, it holds the top half, perfect, it holds the top while the bottom starts cooking. Now when there's 10 minutes left on my French fries,
The top clicks on.
Exactly.
And then when it beeps and sings to you again, done.
It says, come get your food.
And then put it on the table hot.
Yes.
Because as home cooks or even trained chefs, I'm not a trained chef, I'm just speaking about trained chefs, it's important to know that they get stressed out
We do.
about getting all the food to the table on time. Now, I can't make everyone at your dinner table eat it while it's hot. That's up to you. But getting it to the table hot is so very important.
Yes.
Because we all stress over that. And who can do that math and time it properly? I know I can. So this is important. Now, inside this air fryer, Kinsey did chicken parm on top, but down below she did
Green beans.
bacon green beans.
Bacon and tomato green beans. I think there's some garlic in here too.
I hope there's
mean,
garlic in there.
So delicious. I love any green vegetable. I said I love the root vegetables, but the green vegetables as well in an air fryer. Really any vegetables. Like growing up, you know, I didn't love my vegetables. No offense, Mom, because I know you're watching.
I
You
tried
were
to make
steaming
Mom
them,
think
right?
that a cucumber or a pickle was a vegetable.
vegetable.
Well, it started its life as a cucumber, so I thought, well, it qualifies. She wasn't buying it.
No, but they steamed them or they boiled them, right? That's how my mom and my grandma would serve us the veggies. You know how I love my veggies? Crispy and delicious, right? They're
is it.
still the green veggies, but they're crispy and delicious.
I mean, and this is a beautiful meal that is low in carbohydrates because those chicken breasts are not breaded. They're covered with sauce. There's probably a no added sugar sauce. And then mozzarella cheese, which is a slow absorbing part skimmed cheese. And then crispy green beans.
So
That
good.
is a delicious meal.
So good. Add a little basil
And
maybe
filling.
on top.
Oh,
There
please
we
put some basil on
go.
top.
So good.
And
But
if you want a little more red sauce, knock yourself out.
exactly. And you're controlling every single piece here. And that's like what, less than, I don't know, 6 ingredients maybe? What about the kids?
Or the grandkids.
Or the grandkids, right? Or maybe you're just entertaining or got folks over and you're like, you know what? I don't know what everyone likes. Let me do something I know everyone likes.
You know what everyone likes? Chicken tenders and French fries.
Chicken tenders and French fries. So I'm out of platters, but what you can see right in front of me is exactly what this is. We've got chicken tenders and we've got the crinkle cut fries. Again, 2-layer. So we made 4 different foods, 4 different layers, or if you will, a double stack meal because it's stacked twice, so it's a double stack.
So maybe in the